Hey guys, it's Comic Central here, and today we're going to be discussing the history of and discussing the character of Rune King Thor. Let's get into this. Basically, to put it in the short form, Rune King Thor is just Thor. Well, that is sort of an understatement, as he isn't just Thor. He's an immensely powered, even more than what he normally is, kind of Thor. And yes, Rune King Thor is canon, and did happen in the main Marvel Universe of Earth 616. The Rune King Thor stuff happens in Avengers Disassembled, Mighty Thor, Volume 2, Issues 80 to 85. The story of how he became Rune King Thor is pretty cool, so let's dive into it. Around the time that the event called Avengers Disassembled was going on, the god of mischief, Loki, had put a series of events together to create the Asgardian Ragnarok. This scheme that Loki had in mind meant that he would make multiple copies of his own Mjolnirs and equip his army leaders with them, in an effort to make an incredibly powerful army. The real Mjolnir was destroyed and hence Asgard fell. Thor, being the wise hero he is, realized he needed more power in order to beat Loki. The thing that came into mind for Thor was to become more powerful than what his father, Odin, ever was. This ambition led Thor to do all the things that Odin had done to become the all-powerful All-Father. He didn't just stop there though, and he went further than what Odin did in order to become even more powerful than what he actually was. Odin removed just one eye in order to receive great wisdom, and to surpass this, Thor removed not one of his eyes, but both of them. He also made other great sacrifices, and this allowed him further access to magical knowledge contained within the runes, and essentially made him omniscient and very nearly omnipotent. This gave Thor a more powerful version of the Odin Force than what Odin himself had, and is commonly called by many Thor fans and comic fans alike as the Thor Force. I just referenced the runes. Now, if you don't know what the runes are, well, I'll tell you. The runes and the Odin Force are not entirely different, and it's essentially the same thing. The runes are just the power source of the Odin Force, and the bigger the sacrifice you give them, the more power and knowledge you would gain from them. This made Thor reach the very upper limits of his power potential, and be able to effortlessly defeat the armies that had attacked Asgard, and end the cycle of the ones who sit in shadow, something that Odin had never been able to do. He also ripped Loki's head clean off and destroyed Mangog. Mangog, if you don't know, is the physical manifestation of the hatred of a billion beings from a race that was slaughtered by Odin. Rune King Thor was then able to reset Asgard's reality with only a mere fraction of his maximum power, and was only taking his powers for a test run. If that isn't impressive, I don't know what is. I mean, I could probably think of other feats that from other characters that are arguably as impressive or more impressive than that, but given the time frame, let's just stick with that. Let's just forget I ever said that. Anyway, onto his powers and abilities. Rune King Thor has a lot of powers and abilities, so bear with me. He has near omnipotence, low tier, is empowered by the Odin Force and rune magic, mid-tier reality warping, dimension manipulation, energy manipulation, molecule manipulation, space and time manipulation, mind control, and telepathy. As well as this, he has immortality, longevity, disease immunity, superhuman invulnerability, godlike strength, supernatural stamina, nigh omnipresence, transdimensional teleportation, duplicate manipulation, flight, infinite speed, nigh omniscience, cosmic awareness, precognition, a superhuman sensory system, and superhuman sight. His superhuman sight includes telescopic sight, microscopic sight, superhuman sight. He also has superhuman hearing. So yeah, like I said before, I started to state what his powers and abilities are. He has a lot. Rune King Thor is most definitely not someone I would like to mess with. Rune King Thor is not limitless though, and is below beings such as the Living Tribunal, the One Above All, who is basically the god of the Marvel multiverse and the Beyonder, pre-retcon. He could also be beaten by characters such as Eternity and Infinity. He doesn't have too many feats though, so it is hard to tell whether he could beat at least one of those characters, although I highly doubt it. Anyway, that brings us to the end of yet another video. If you did like this video, make sure to hit that like button to let me know. Also, don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions on this character or any future video ideas that you may have. Also, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with new videos coming out every Sunday. And with that said, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.